Thought I'd do something a little bit different today, and I'll show you how to get to the jets on the carburetor for this Yugo. So I've already popped the hood. First thing you want to do, actually this only applies to the 1.1 liter inline 4 engine, not the 1.3 to the 900 if you live in Europe. So just a little bit to the left, the latch is right here, pull up, and of course there's a stick here of the metal type that holds the hood up for you. Just hooks in right here. Kind of a little weird hook design, but whatever. So then you're presented with this engine, which is the DMB 1100 sort. So the first thing you want to do, is remove the cold air intake, which can be a little bit difficult. They don't like to come off, but this just runs kind of down over here. And you also want to grab off this this paper airway, whatever you want to call it, that's wrapped in tin. It attaches just underneath the carburetor. You can kind of see it here. This here with the flap. It's a hot air intake. Mine is not connected because it doesn't work. Doesn't really matter. PCV valve, mine is broken. So I can just take this off. It comes off the side of the air cleaner, just pulls off. And then I have to do this two-handed. You disconnect the vacuum hose from that, in my case, because I'm going to take the whole thing off and just kind of toss it to the side for now. So it doesn't work. I'll repair it later. This goes to the, what's it called? Elevation compensator. Something like that. Just pull that off. There's some other hoses underneath here that need to be pulled off. Like one on the right here, and then one directly underneath this. You just push that one down. There are two bolts. There's one here on the valve cover. You can see it right there. And you have to twist this off. Mine's not very tight, but this is a very important bolt. You do want to keep this one. It does hold the throttle cable and everything to this valve cover. Also, it helps support the whole air cleaner setup. Because otherwise it's just this bolt holding it out. This little wing nut, which is not great. So you want to twist that off. It comes off pretty easy. And in my case, now you can just lift the whole thing off. You don't need to take the filter elements out. Set it down to the side. Lo and behold, here's your carburetor. Here's the pin you have to pull out, just gently. You don't want to kill it. Just put it somewhere safe. This actually lifts out. It only goes in one way. See, it will not go in the other way. Only one way, like this. So, this goes off to the side. And lo and behold, here you have your jets and your needles. Some other things to note. Here's your throttle. Here's your electric choke, if you have that option. This was an American car, so everyone had this one. This little wire here runs the electric choke. You want to keep that connected, otherwise it will stay on full choke and not work correctly. Here's your choke, leading down into the depths of the carburetor. This back here, which has a wire that runs over here, this wire is also very important. This is the idle circuit. You want to keep this, all right? You want that. That's good, all right? There's a little orange peg over here that drips fuel on mine because mine is broken. That's the accelerator pump. So there's all your parts. Now, the PCV valve I was talking about is down here. You can see the little hole. That's where it would normally bolt to, but I don't have that. Also, this fuel filter and everything isn't usually mounted here. Usually, this filter is in the trunk. Not the trunk. It's in the gas tank, and this line is real. It actually goes straight from the real fuel line, which would have gone to the side of the mechanical fuel pump, and then coming out the top would have gone to the carburetor. My mechanical fuel pump doesn't work. So, some other things to note. Air pump. Do not mess with the air pump. This is the pump that drives emission systems. You can't really service it. Best you can do is either take it off or rebuild it. Or not rebuild it, replace it. So you're kind of screwed there. What what else? Bosch ignition and the coil and your distributor down here. On the side of that distributor is an advancing unit. Kind of hard to see. Can't really get a good angle on it. But it's this gray thing that's on the side here. That's not connected on my car for some reason. I'm going to have to connect that. That's your vacuum advance. And that goes to the carburetor and allows you to have like actual throttle application and actually go places and have power. Very important, very important. You can remove the spare tire if you need to get two things behind here like the brake booster and the exhaust manifold. More time, more effort on my part that I don't want to spend. So there you go. And actually these just screw out. So if you need to get to those, easy as pie. See you later.